Boom boom kim boom 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 kim boom 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 kim boom 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 kim boom boom. Juggling Laboratories.
One of the most interesting tricks you can pull off with a juggling club is a wrist trap, where you use the back of the handle against your wrist to hold the club in place. It's a hold, it's a trap, and it makes for a great, interesting catch. These are not new moves, but in today's episode of Juggling Laboratories, we're going to take a look at a few different wrist traps. I first got into wrist traps with devil sticks. Anyone with a basic skill in devil sticks can play around with wrist traps pretty easily. The length of the devil stick, combined with the shape of the hand stick, make wrist traps especially easy. And there's many variations of devil stick wrist traps that we can save for a future episode. But what are some ways to turn a simple catch into an interesting wrist trap? One fun thing that can be done with wrist traps is to do different body catches. These can be quite a dramatic way of incorporating different moves into the wrist trap trick. You can also do different body rolls to transition in or out of a wrist trap.
The wrist trap trick.
Why not try a multiplex? Throwing two or more into the wrist trap at one time. Multiplex rolls and multiplexes in and out of wrist traps create some really interesting techniques that can be used for different numbers of clubs. You can also use a club to catch balls in a wrist trap, creating some unusual visuals. There are many different ways to combine balls and clubs in wrist traps. Some variations with 2 clubs and 1 ball, and some variations with 2 balls and 1 club. Are there any interesting wrist trap variations that use balls exclusively? The answer is again yes. Now, we've had a look at a few different wrist traps, and we've had a little bit of a look on how they can be incorporated into different numbers and different patterns. There's a lot more you can play around with this, but to really get into the wrist trap, you're going to have to try it yourself.
Hi, this is going to be one of the last episodes of Juggling Laboratories for a while, as I'm going to be busy with my new son and with a new project called 4 Villains. So to check out the first teaser for 4 Villains, click right in the middle. To watch an earlier Juggling Laboratories episode, click on the left. And the box on the right is another instructional video. So, why don't you check them out? Check them out, and we'll see you some other time with more Juggling Laboratories, and slightly sooner than that, with more instructional videos. Thanks for watching.
1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, ho, ho!